Hello, and welcome back to another art stream. So, what we're going to be doing today is a variety of things, actually. I plan on jumping around quite a bit in the stream and doing, like, whatever. Part of it, I'm going to be, like, coloring stuff in. Part of it, I'm gonna, like, be working on, like, things that are almost done, hopefully finishing them. Evening, hi! And then I'm also gonna be, like, sketching around for, like Patreon stuff, like as like the inspiration strikes me. I'm also going to be like absolutely devouring this bag of candy, so my microphone might be muted quite a bit during the stream, so I'm not like just chomping obnoxiously, or I guess like making like gooey noises, if that's the proper way to describe it, because I got gushers, so it's not like hard candy, but they are kind of sticky, so I'm gonna have to like be really careful. Anyway, let's get right on into it. So as you see on the screen right now, it's Shadow from Skate Infinity, or Skate the Infinity. I don't really think it really matters much whether I have those on there. But I'm going to do the base color on this really quick, because it's technically already lined. I did the line art for this, like, when did Skate Infinity come out? Because I drew this when the anime was still airing. And I did the line art for it when the anime was still airing. Fun fact is that originally this was going to be forbidden names. Yeah. So here I'll bring up the file. Originally this was actually going to be like a huge giant group picture, right? But I got actually pretty far into the group picture aspect of it, and two of the characters, well, really 4 of the characters, were just looking so goddamn ugly that I couldn't fucking finish it. So, like, I separated out the aspects of it that I actually liked. So, this is, this is not the finished version. This is what I ended up going for with, like, let me actually just bring up the finished version. What the fuck am I doing? So this is the finished version of the print picture, which it has like Reki and Langa, you know, the main boyos, and then it has like the skateboards of all the other characters like surrounding them. And I thought it was pretty cute, like, version of the picture, right? Well, originally it wasn't supposed to be that. Originally, it's so fucking ugly. I'm so sorry you guys have to see this. I mean, you guys don't have to see it, but it was gonna be a big group picture with everybody. But I got pretty far into, like, rendering Cherry, and I don't know why, but, like, in my brain I was like, this man is so fucking ugly. And, like, I just quit. I stopped and I quit. See, I have Mia, well, I finished the Mia picture separately, and then, like, I got this far into Shadow, and then I had Cherry and Joe, and I was in the process of rendering them. And I just got so fed up with Cherry. I thought he was so fucking ugly in this picture. I might finish it just because, like, of how far I got into, rendering Cherry. I think it'd be a shame, like, not to, like, just say fuck it and finish it. But, like, I think I did too much rendering on his face. And so I was like, my boy is hit. He went down every branch of the ugly tree. And then, I also did Adam and whatever the hell this dude's name is, I don't even remember. I did them, and I also thought they turned out pretty ugly and just, like, really long-limbed for some reason. And that was also a contributing factor of why I gave up. Which I think, like, they would probably not look that bad if I colored them and didn't, like, over-render. Because I'm pretty sure that's the issue with Cherry here, is that, like, I really, really, really overdid his face quite a lot. And I feel like maybe I should go in and, like, I don't know, fix it, perhaps? I don't know. His face also, I ran into the same problem with his face here that I did on this picture, let me see if I can find it. Which I actually got prints made of this and I kind of regret it, but he sells pretty popular. Here, I'll just do the zoomed in. This picture of Kazuha that I did, it's like, why am I doing that with the lips? Like, I don't do it anymore, because, like, I think I was doing a lot, but, like, Why was I doing all that with the lips? No reason for all that. Same thing here. It's like, what you doing with all that? Oh, it makes me cry just looking at it. It's so fucking ugly. I know what, like, a lot of people that, like, might not be, like, super into, like, digital art and stuff are probably like, eh, it looks fine, you're being over dramatic. It's ugly to me, and I'm the artist, so that's what matters. Anyway, I thought that the, this picture, where did it go? This picture of Shadow, the sketch of him, I thought it looked really nice, so I'm going to, like I said, I'm gonna do the base colors on this, and then we're gonna jump over to the next thing I want to work on, which might be the liner to this. Just do that really fast, and then I'm probably gonna jump back over to the bird, because the bird's already, like, pretty colored. My own worst enemy. Yeah, you're not joking. I'll probably jump over to the bird, add some shading and stuff on the bird, and if I get bored of that, I'll jump over to something else, and, at some point, I plan on sketching. It just, like, depends on how late I stay on, because, like, usually I'm off at, like, 9, right? Because during the work week, my husband has to, like, be up, like, extra early and stuff, but he's gonna be up all night anyway, so he could deal with kiddo if he wakes up. Anyway, let's, try to buckle down and focus here. Or as, one of the YouTubers I like to watch, he says he needs to Ford focus. Some ASMR with my Ziploc bag. Because I actually started eating this candy last night. But, it's so freaking sticky that I had to put it in a Ziploc bag so, like, it didn't just attract every ant in the neighborhood. Okay, let's see here. Hope everybody's having a pretty decent day. Me personally, I think my day is actually going pretty alright. I, managed to get a, the other side of my Cult of the Lamb charm done after it's been sitting in my, like, work in progress folder for years. I'm not even gonna lie. And I was kind of frustrated, actually, working on it, because, like, I was working on it with my kiddo sitting at the desk with me, which is always a nightmare working on anything when he wants to, like, sit at the desk with me. And lo and behold, it, like, took me, like, maybe, like, less than an hour to do. So that kind of made me a little mad, because it's been sitting in my work in progress folder for, like I said, like, a couple of years now. Whenever, Cult of the Lamb first came out, I think that's when I drew it. Like, drew the Lamb version. And, it just makes me kind of disappointed in myself that, like, things that could have taken me less than an hour to do have been put on the back burner for so long, you know? Because I, like, overthink it and, like, think it's gonna be overcomplicated and stuff like that. I think it's because, I tried to do, like, a companion picture to, like, this Animal Crossing picture that I did of Celeste the owl, and I was gonna do a companion version of, Blathers, and that turned out, like, a lot more complicated than I thought it was going to be. So then I thought, like, every companion thing that I was going to do from now on was going to be more complicated than I thought it was going to be. And that just wasn't the case with the goat picture. If you are interested in viewing the goat picture, it is currently up for early access on my Patreon, which you can access the early access for $1. It's on early access for a week. Always be plugging, as Jarvis Johnson would say. Repeat my previous comment. Yeah, I know. I'm trying my best at everything. By the way, in I think like 20 minutes perhaps. Let me look at my timer. I gotta get up in like 20 minutes to go switch my laundry out. Yeah, 21 minutes and 40 seconds. I gotta go switch my laundry. Well, specifically my kid's laundry. He goes through a lot of outfits because toddlers are messy. And And then after his clothes are done, I might throw on some of my clothes because I am running out of pants to wear. Or towels. I might need to throw on towels. I don't know. I'll look while I'm down there. I can tell that I did this liner a while ago because I think my liner is a lot better now. It's like a lot more like diversity with the weight of my liner now. Oh, wrong canvas. Let's go down here. It's nothing, apparently. Gotta love that. Let's see. Weekly medication battle. That's fair. I know they say eventually it should get easier, but like, I hope it. I just hope it does for you eventually. I don't know why this is not touching all the way. This is a mystery to me. But here comes my dog to be dumb. Because he's mad that the office is half closed. Another problem with like taking so long to finish the piece. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's not like it's hard just doing it. Putting off tasks, ADH things, yeah. Hawkeye ass pose. You're right. It's like, in fairness, I know you've probably seen it before, but like this is like his official like poster art like on the poster release for the show. And it's like, why are you just throwing your ass out like that? Also, I'm confusion. It's like, why did I give him shoulder pads? Does he have shoulder pads at some point in the anime? No, it doesn't look like. Why the fuck did I give him shoulder pads for? Like, I'm not gonna change it now, but like... Huh. Well, okay. I guess he just has shoulder pads now. What I might do to tie it in together, because in this reference picture he's wearing a cape. What I might do, I could either like sketch on a cape really quick, or I could just make the lining inside of his like little crop jacket vest thingy purple. That'd be pretty cool. Probably just do that. Maybe I'll make the flowers purple or something. I don't know. This part of me doesn't want to like throw in a whole fucking cape. I'm just kind of being lazy. I might talk myself into the cape. Probably not right this second though, because I plan on jumping around to do other nonsense. Watson. Goodbye, Watson. No, I just walked in here to walk out. Just listen to my dog whine because he ate all of his snack. Ah, apparently his tongue piercing is not purple. It is now! What cracks me up the most probably about this character is how he gets like designated as group babysitter. Fantastic. Okay. Now I'm gonna jump over here and do line art. I gotta go switch out my laundry. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Took a second because I was like, there was something else I wanted to do besides switch the laundry out, but I couldn't remember what. So I just went to the bathroom and came back. Now watch, I'm gonna sit here for like 5 minutes and remember what I needed to do. I need to set another timer so I can swap my shit out again in an hour. Because I can't be a sensible person and do my laundry like every day. No, I gotta do it like once or twice a week. And to be honest, I have enough clothes down there to quite literally last me a couple of months without doing any laundry, which is a little ridiculous. We gotta like really pare down. Oh shit, I probably should put my headphones back on. Okay. Hope you guys all enjoy the Walmart not Walmart, the keyboard. I used to call it the Walmart keyboard ASMR, but I actually had a new keyboard. This one's not from Walmart. This keyboard that I'm using is actually pretty cute. It's like a fake little typewriter. Okay, I think that looks pretty freaking good. What I might do, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw down base colors and then we're gonna move on to the next thing. Apparently my music turned off. Let's see what else I can play. This would probably get me a monetization claim, but oh well. Okay, there's that. Pretty decent face coloring, I think. Let's see. What else do I have open that we can just jump over to? I guess we can finally go to the bird. Let me take a peek at my files really quick. See if there's anything else that's like sticking out to me that I want to work on. Because ideally, I want to open something that's like pretty close to like being in the phase of needing like ink or color, and not something I have to sketch a lot. Because I don't know why, but sketching on stream makes me really anxious. Most of this stuff's so freaking old, I'd have to redraw it. Oh, that has an ink gun that I haven't colored yet. Let me see if I can find the file for it. Cause I just looked at the scan for it, but I know I have an ink for it. Miscellaneous. There we go. Although I'm about to run into trouble because I don't remember half these characters' names. Besides Circus Baby. This one might be too complicated just to throw down all the base colors. I'm gonna try it though. Hold on. Why are you all cut apart like that? What the fuck is this layer? Are you fucking kidding me? Why did I do it like that? I'm a fucking genius. Alright, let's see, I might simplify this down quite a lot. I might have to redo the little girl's pose and like face and stuff because she looks kind of fucking ugly. It's the problem with drawing all this shit so like long ago and then just like letting it rot in my work in progress folder. So then I did that like big like whip dump and I'm like, man, I feel bad I never finished any of this shit. Yeah, I might need to bounce around again, because I'll be for real, I don't remember most of these characters' names. Save as... It's so old, in fact, I didn't have a clip file for it. I made this in Paint Tool Sai. It was a PSD file. I started using clip in like 2020? I think maybe 2019? A long time ago. What was I doing on this one? This one? Also old as shit, if you couldn't tell. I think I was doing the fountain, which I don't think I could do that without like a million references. I'll try to find one more thing, and if I can't like decide, I'll just go to the bird. Anything lurking in the original folder? Doesn't look like it. Alright, to the bird. thinking of trying to do like an illusion of more feathers, perhaps. I'm not sure how to do that. So we are just winging it. You know what I just thought of? This is completely random, but let's talk about movies for a second. There's this movie I really used to like as a kid. I think it's called Prehistoric. I could be wrong. I know it starts with a P, and it's about dinosaurs. Okay? And basically, these kids come across these 3 eggs. Maybe it's 4. These kids come across these, like, dinosaur eggs, right? And they hatch out into miniature dinosaurs. And it's a pretty cute, like, family movie, right? However, there's, like, this side plot romance between the kid's, like, single dad and this lady that works at, like, I don't fucking know what she, maybe it's, like, an antique store? I don't know. But basically, her boss wants to get with her, right? And the kid's dad also wants to get with her. However, the boss is treated like a fucking weirdo, right? And you're supposed to, like, really root against him, obviously. But remember, like, I rewatched the movie not that long ago. And by not that long ago, I mean a couple of years ago. And the thing that stuck out to me quite a lot in that movie was that the weirdo boss that wanted to get with this lady and the kid's dad that she ultimately ends up with, they acted exactly the same. Except the weirdo boss was not conventionally attractive. He was like that stereotypical, like, ugly villain, right? Versus the kid's dad, like, for the time period the movie came out in, he's supposed to be, like, conventionally attractive. And that, like, rewatching that movie, it made me so mad, like, thinking about it, because it's like, these two dudes are literally the same fucking character. But we're supposed to root against this dude and root for this dude, despite the fact that they act exactly the same. And I'm wondering how many, like, kids movies that like, it went completely over my head back in the day that, like, they were like that, you know? And I think that movie actually got a sequel that I never watched. And if memory serves correctly, like, the climax of that movie involved, like, the bad guy, like, stealing the family's dog or something like that. Thank you. You know, I was jumping around for a hot minute there. I don't know if you're watching full time. So I'm really undecided on what I actually want to do. I'm just kind of working on this because it's, like, ready to be worked on. It's like, I got other things to sketch, but like I said, I don't really like sketching on stream. It just makes me really anxious. I can't describe why. Which movie? I don't remember the title. I think it's called Prehistoric. I guess I could look it up. It's the movie that's about, like, these kids finding, like, dinosaur eggs, and they hatch out into like mini like pocket-sized dinosaurs. And I'm unsure if like they were supposed to like stay like tiny itty bitty dinosaurs forever, or if that was just the movie's like version of baby dinosaurs. And the main villain and the dad character acted exactly the same. I'll have to rewatch it again. It used to be one of my favorite movies as like a little kid, to the point where like I can remember rewatching the VHS tape so often that like the tape like kind of had like, what's it called, like I guess you'd call it like burnt out or something like that. Like when you rewatch a VHS tape too much, like it kind of degrades the film strip inside of it, and like it starts getting like fuzzy and like streaky and stuff like that. Or maybe that was just like the film tapes, like the VHS tapes in my house, because we had some pest problems as a child. My parents always just told me it was because I was watching the movie too much. That, and I'm pretty sure it was like like a recording off of a TV and not like a an actual like purchased copy of that movie. I think it's called Prehistoric. I think. That just sounds right in my head. I used to watch a lot of like really weird movies as a kid. Like the 80s and 90s had like some of the weirdest kids movies. Like there was this movie called not Parent Trap, because that's the Lindsay Lohan movie. The movie I'm thinking about, it took place in Ohio, which I thought that was the coolest thing because I live in Ohio, and it was about this boy that got pissed off that his parents weren't paying enough attention to him or something like that. So he, maybe it was called I Grounded My Parents or something like that. Because basically what ends up happening is that he gets mad at his parents for not spending enough time with him. And he holds them hostage in his house, basically. And he locks them in the basement. And it sounds like, just like saying that out loud, it sounds like the premise of a horror movie, right? But it's like a quirky family comedy, and he tells his friends about doing that, and his friends like slowly like trap all of their parents in this dude's basement, and the parents are like struggling to like free themselves from the basement, basically, with like comedy, like family comedy shenanigans happening. And it's all about like them wanting the parents to spend more time with them. At least I think that was what it was about. I know it was a comedy of some sort, or maybe like the kid got mad that his parents kept grounding him, or something like that, because he was being a turd. I'm pretty confident it's about a kid wanting his parents to spend more time with him though. And then like all the other kids in the neighborhood that like join in on this like entrapment of their here, hold on, let me see if I actually find the movie. Oh, right there. Oh, it's called House Arrest. '96 comedy film. I was obsessed with this movie because I used to have like the biggest crush on Jennifer Tilly. And this was one of the first movies that she was in. But yeah, it's this kid right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse moving, probably not. Let me circle him. This kid right here is the main character, and he traps his parents in the basement, and all of like the neighborhood kids all like join in. And I'm pretty sure that kid was also in Warriors of Virtue. Have you ever heard of that one? Is that what came out? Oh, it's called Prehysteria is the dinosaur movie. And it's 3 dinosaurs. I thought it was 4 for some reason. Here, this is the poster for the dinosaur movie. And like I said, the dinosaur movie is wild because like the main villain and the kid's dad act exactly the same. I don't know why this, like I got this the movie poster here that I just put on my thing. I got it off of Horror Society. It's like, this isn't a horror movie. And then what other movie did I just mention? Warriors of Virtue. This movie is ridiculous. It was a like, I'm fairly confident it was a competitor for Ninja Turtles back in the day. In some capacity. Now, major trigger warning, these damn kangaroos look horrifying. Okay. Let me find like a good, like, high quality picture. No, that's a tiny picture. Give me a good one. Like, I don't know what drugs they were smoking when they made this fucking movie. Like, I don't understand the costume direction. Okay, here's a good one. Major trigger warning. This thing looks so fucking creepy. Look at this fucking kangaroo. And yes, they're supposed to be kangaroos. What cracks me up probably the most about Warriors of Virtue is that, like, all things considered, like, it was successful enough to get a sequel, right? But it wasn't successful enough to warrant the budget needed to do, like, the special effects makeup on these freaks of nature, right? So in the second movie, inexplicitly, for whatever fucking plot-derived reason that they came up with, they're human in the second movie, they're not kangaroos. And it just cracks me up so fucking much. What was up with, like, American media back in the day with, like, taking, like, random, like, tidbits of, like, Asian culture, like, for example, like, ninjas from Japan, and I don't know what the fucking kangaroos did. I think it was, like, Taekwondo or some shit like that. I don't know. They were doing something. And then, like, adding, like, weirdo, like, prosthetics and making, like, animal people, like... I've never seen Donnie Darko. I've seen the Jim Carrey Cat in the Hat. And I'll be honest, that movie is actually a fucking gem. Like, there's so many out of context moments in that movie that are so fucking funny. Like, when you watch the whole movie, like, all together, it's like, okay, this is kind of a garbage movie. And then you watch, like, just some of the jokes, like, on their own, it's like, that's really funny. I don't know why, like, the one part of Cat in the Hat that gets me every time is, like, the, when he's doing the cooking show segment, and, he cuts off his tail, that gets me, and, like, pretty much the entire cooking show segment gets me laughing. But yeah, second Warriors of Virtue movie. They weren't kangaroos. Trying to think of any like other random fucking movies from my childhood. Another movie I used to like a lot. Probably not as like wacky or crazy or anything. For some reason I used to really like the movie Uncle Buck. I thought that movie was super funny as a kid. For some reason. Although to be honest, like looking back at it now, it's like I definitely probably should not have been watching that movie as a child, like as young as I was. I used to have like, I know like a lot of people joke about like like having internet access, like unrestricted, unsupervised internet access. My childhood was unrestricted, unsupervised access to a VHS player, and like my parents were really big into collecting like movies. We were like some of the first people in like town to get DVDs because my parents like really liked movies back in the day. To be honest, my parents still collect movies, but I don't see or talk to my parents much anymore. The cooking show segment's super funny, I don't know why. No, another movie that I was way too young to watch, and probably like the most vivid memory of this movie is like in the opening, like not the opening, but towards the beginning of the movie, like I learned about nipple tassels as a kid, because the main character was in like I imagine it was a strip club, because like they were dancing around topless and they had like tassels on their nipples. It was a movie called King Ralph. That's another like really old school movie. And that's when I learned about nipple tassels as a child. And I like, that's how you know like I was way too young to watch that movie, because I thought it was so freaking funny that they had tassels on their nipples. I didn't understand like why, because obviously I was a little kid, but like I thought it was really fucking funny. And then like thinking back on like the opening segment of that movie now, like it's kind of horrifying. The gate. If I did, it didn't stand out enough in my memory. Isn't that like an alien movie? Ooh, there's an alien movie I can talk about too. So like, my parents are like kind of bigots, right? As most people's like parents are in their generation, unfortunately. And it makes me laugh knowing what my mom's favorite movie is, because like when you watch the movie, it's so obviously like a homoerotic gay love story, and it makes me wonder like, how are you going to be like super homophobic but this is your favorite movie? Have you ever heard of a movie called Alien Mine? Or Enemy Mine. I think it's Enemy Mine. Here, let me bring up the poster for it. Yep, Enemy Mine. Okay, so this is about a like wild, crazy movie. Here. Okay, so this movie is about these two warring races, the humans and like whatever the aliens are called in this movie, I don't know what they're fucking called. But they're, you know, they're at war and everything, but these two get stranded on a deserted planet by themselves. And at first, like, obviously they fucking hate each other because they're like, oh shit, my laundry alarm is going off. I'll go get it in a second. So they're stranded on this planet together, and obviously since they're like two warring factions, they hate each other at first, but they have like, they learn that they have to like deal with each other, right, in order to survive. And as the movie progresses, like, they don't explicitly ever say that they fall in love with each other, but it's pretty obvious that they do. And spoiler, the alien character ends up dying, right? In like childbirth or something like that because he has a baby. And the human dude has to raise the baby, and when the humans come to like rescue him, they take the baby away, or he's a teenager at this point because he's been on the planet for so long, and they take him away, and he's like, no, that's my son, like, you have to give him back. And he goes on this like entire rescue mission to get his kid back, and then like he's like, you know what, the humans kind of suck, the aliens are where it's at. So he takes his kid to the alien planet, and the aliens like accept him into like their society and stuff like that. It's a mid-ass movie if I'm being completely honest, but it's like my mom's favorite movie, and like one of my mom's favorite movies at least, and I'm like, bro, this movie is hella fucking gay. This is another movie, it's been like so long since I watched it. And here's this little alien baby. Did this get a fucking sequel? Is that what I'm saying? No, okay. It doesn't look like it. Maybe it's a remake. No, because this is the same names on the cover. Okay. Maybe it's just like a touched up remaster or something like that. Yep, there's an article about it. It says, Enemy Mine is the queer anti-war sci-fi you've been missing. But yeah, it's 100% enemies to lovers. Like I said, it's one of my mom's favorite movies, but she's like super homophobic, so I'm like, well, how is this one of your favorite movies? See if I can con my husband into switching the laundry out. Success. He said he was gonna go swap the laundry for me. What other wacky movie can I... Have you ever seen Waterworld? Well, I should probably read that paragraph that you sent. Mom, for some reason, made it her mission to introduce me to every crazy 80s movie as a kid. The Gate is basically about a group of kids who open a portal to hell to get their dog back. You know, that sounds really familiar. I might have seen that. That sounds really familiar. It's like Waterworld was a crazy movie that my mom really liked that she made me watch as a kid that I was probably too young to watch. There was a movie called Star Kid, I think, where like this like alien comes down, but it's like an alien but also a mecha, and this kid pilots it. God, there's this other alien movie that I also watched as a kid, where the only thing I can remember about it is that like there's a flying saucer in it, and they take this kid to like a secret like military base because he's the only one that the flying saucer will let into the flying saucer. But that movie is so fuzzy in my mind, I can't remember what it's called. kind of want to have like just a movie night to myself to rewatch all of like the weirdo movies that I used to watch as a kid that I definitely probably should not have been watching as a child. I remember I used to do like movie nights with some of my friends back when I used to hang out with friends, and we watched Warriors of Virtue together, and I traumatized all of them because that movie is just ridiculous. I need to actually rewatch Waterworld to like see if like they ever explained why this dude isn't like. Would you describe him as a mermaid? Because he doesn't have a tail, but like he has gills and he can breathe underwater. Because I don't recall them ever explaining like why he could do that. But again, the movie I watched last time I watched it was like 20-something years ago. Thanks, honey. Can you put that pizza away? Can you put the pizza away? No. No. Well, given that I'm probably not going to breakfast tomorrow, I'll probably eat it for breakfast. Well, it's almost 9 o'clock, so that's not happening. I'm not too sold on like this part right here of the shading with like alluding to feathers, so I might look up some references or something later to like get a better feel for it. I might swap over to doing the chest piece on the bird. Like maybe I could find a like a texture brush or something. Maybe that doesn't look too right. I'm so undecided about this part right here. Maybe I should bring it in all the way. See your wrappers crumbling in the other room and looking over like, what are you eating? My husband decided it was time for Rice Krispie treats. I'm gonna take a break on that and go work on the chest part, since I can't decide what the fuck I want to do. Right, where did I paste the birdie? My music turned off again. I gotta change it. Kirby music? Sure. That was my mega popcorn. Trying to get my husband's attention. Okay, that's simple. I have to be as inconvenient as possible. Tis my life's mission. Although, to be honest, I really can't be on much later than probably like 10. Might get off sooner than that so I can, like, relax. Because my kiddo's sick, so I gotta get up really early in the morning with him. I feel like we've been non-stop sick for like a month and a half. Just keep passing along to each other. It's terrible. dog has decided it's time to ow at something. Yeah, you don't say. It's like my microphone is on. gonna look on the asset store really quick, see if there's like a feather texture kind of brush. Might be a challenge, because like I said before, in the previous stream, I'm using version 1 and they're out to version 5 right now. This might be okay. Looks a little more complicated than my style, but I'm sure I can make it work. I'm gonna browse around for just another second here. I'll be honest, if it crashes, so I'm probably not gonna be on much later. I found a couple of things to try to use. I just wish this one doesn't do that. And this might be being too picky about this. I just kind of wanted something in one area. Alright, well, I'm crashing, so I gotta go. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna finish this off stream. There's only, like, a couple more things I really want to do to it. Like, I want to, like, touch up some more, like, in-depth with the shading, like, shadow-wise. Because I think the highlights are pretty alright. But I'm gonna push the shadows a little more. But besides that, it's almost done. Don't forget to check out the Patreon for early access for anything I finish, which would be this, like, maybe in a day or two, maybe tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, tiers start on Patreon as little as $1 a month, so I'd really appreciate it if you can check out the page. Don't forget, if you can't afford to follow the Patreon, that you can just follow it for free, and you can see everything that comes off of the early access, when it comes off of early access, obviously. I tend to forget to post things to other social media sites, so if you want to keep up to date with my art, I post everything on Patreon first as soon as I finish it. And I should be live tomorrow, hopefully, assuming that my sick kiddo isn't more sick tomorrow. Yeah. Again, hope everybody enjoyed today's stream.